The future is not here as you are viewing this video, but everyone should always keep in mind that one can only find strength to face the unknown by not succumbing to the fear that it represents.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. I knew there was life on this speck.
The speck? What speck?
Well, I don't exactly know how to tell you this, but you're living on a speck.
Well, I hate to disagree with you, oh voice from the drain pipe, but I live in Whoville.
Well, then, Whoville's a speck.
Right, okay.
Rockets don't have brakes. It literally stopped. All of that angular momentum from the rotation of the rocket and the linear momentum from flying up just stopped. No, it had to. What would it hit? If it hit a solid surface, the rocket would have been destroyed. Most likely the camera too, so we wouldn't have the footage. And obviously that's not the case.
People all around me better start celebrating. Come on everybody, come on everybody, come on everybody, come on everybody, everybody now. People all around me better stop celebrating. Give in mind it's not okay then to do some meditating. And better not the way into it. Communicating with that from a better cause that from energy is fading. I can see that we need intelligence operating. We better come as the D and there is studying. We need true intentions and not just faking. We got no time now for stalling or procrastinating. Sick of the lies, sick of the war, sick of the lies, sick of the war, sick of the lies and I'm sick of the war and I'm sick of the lies and I'm sick of the war, sick of the lies and I'm sick of the war and I'm sick of the lies and I'm sick of the war, sick of the lies and I'm sick of the war and I'm sick of the lies and I'm sick of the war, sick of the lies and I'm sick of the war and I'm sick of the lies and I'm sick of the war, sick of the lies and I'm sick of the war and I'm sick of the lies and I'm sick of the war.
fit 1 million Earths inside the sun.
It's nearly 1 million miles in diameter, yet our sun is tiny compared to the really big stars out there. Eta Carinae, over 5 million times larger than our sun. Betelgeuse, 300 times larger than Eta Carinae. If it was our sun, it would reach as far out as Jupiter. And then there's this monster, VY Canis Majoris, the largest star ever discovered, 1 billion times bigger than our sun.
The timeline of history is reconstructed in this short clip of the history of Earth, but please recognize that it demonstrates the cycle of the beginning and end of the era of mankind. This symbolic practice can also be seen in the currency that shows the old monetary value on one side and the future of the new monetary value on the other side. Why is it important? The timeline. The timeline confirms a 2031-2033 extinction level event identified by science as Comet Planet C-2014. Comet C-2014 is the largest comet observed, but it is not its size, nor is it on a trajectory to the Earth. Comet C-2014 is expected to descend behind the planet Saturn, continuing on its orbit as it descends through the celestial plane. The effects of Comet C-2014 on our solar system is attributable to its estimated weight. The celestial plane is fragile and balanced by the sun. And Comet C-2014 has the potential to upset this balance as it dives downward through the plane of our solar system. The timeline represents two events, with the aforementioned Comet C-2014 resulting in an extinction level event, as it upsets the balance of the solar system and the potential for the sun to react with excess energy to counteract its effects. The dark potentials in the timeline are the unknown and are and have been investigated by numerous agencies, producing numerous scientific papers that project the unknown events are long overdue or imminent.
So the story was this: the X7 cloud that is near the galactic center is starting to distend as it comes closer to hitting the galactic core. And of course, the main part of the story is that they are expecting, quote, fireworks from the galactic center when this occurs. This, of course, refers to the potential for galactic center super flaring. Now, we have seen flaring, even in the short time that we have been monitoring it astronomically, but it has been very low-level flaring. There's been nothing major. This is along the same kind of theory as Dr. Paul Laviolette's galactic superwave theory. This is the kind of thing where we don't have any warning of when it happens. The actual particle burst doesn't actually ever get all the way out to the sun, but the light does. Now, of course, this actually happened about 26,000 years ago. That's how long it takes the light to get from the center of the universe, or center of the galaxy, all the way out to us. And so even though this happened a very long time ago, the light energy is already coming. Any super flaring that was due to the interaction between the X7 cloud and the galactic core has already taken place, and that light would be on its way to us. They estimate that that light is going to get here at some point in the next decade. The only real question is, how bad is it going to be? How big is it going to be? If you are at all familiar with Dr. Laviolette's superwave theory, it could be anything from something that is just scientifically detectable and interesting to something that is absolutely cataclysmic. That amount of light energy could have phenomenal impacts on the planets. It could have a phenomenal impact on the sun itself, including triggering very extreme states of activity. And it's just very hard to tell. Essentially, we always kind of knew this was a possibility. We knew that there were several gas clouds that were close to the center of Sagittarius A, which is what they call the center of our galaxy. But now we have definitive proof after them watching this gas cloud move towards it and then start to distend a little bit, that at some point in the next decade, maybe as many as 12 or 13 years, we are going to start to see those fireworks from the galactic center. And so the thing that we have mentioned before and have not really taken too deep a dive into, but have at least mentioned a couple of times, is now something that we have to keep an eye on as well, because the potential for galactic super flaring is here. If we actually are going to get something like a galactic superwave, it's going to, well, technically it erupted and happened about 26,000 years ago, but it would be seen and would be arriving here in terms of that high energy light.
The eclipses of 2023 and 2024 and the comet planet that dives 10.5 million miles away from Earth at 100,000 miles per hour between Earth and Venus. The interstellar distance is shown in this image. The solution is to fulfill your purpose and remove death's claim on your soul. And since you are unable to save yourself, you can share your knowledge and save someone else. The End Times Chronicles will provide a complete dashboard of resources that will link to recognized sources of information, with additional references to monitor the potential events and advances in information they produce. The Book of Secrets will provide the Patreon participant subscriber the knowledge of the ancient signs that precluded the events from previous episodes in the past, and the correlating references of the humanities and science. Please consider becoming a Patreon participant and subscriber, and you will have access to each of the End Times Chronicles and the Book of Secrets episodes. Questions? Email info@notforprofitusa.org.